There is no such thing as wasted effort because the work works on you more than you work on it. And so you may be pressing towards your dream, pressing towards your goal. And I'll tell you something really cool. A lot of the skills that I am using and leveraging today that are allowing me to get the opportunities and capitalize on the opportunities um, are a result of things that not very long ago, um, not too long ago, people were saying were a waste of time. Creating the content, reading those books, um, going, watching those free courses on YouTube, just working on my articulation, my speech, working on my ability to connect with people, to provide value to people, working on myself for a very long time in ways that are non-traditional seemed like a waste of time, but I knew that my path would be non-traditional. I knew that who I would end up being would not be the norm. And so in what world does it make sense to pursue the extraordinary in an ordinary fashion? A lot of times I was told that I am going too far, I'm working too hard, I'm not diversifying my risk enough in terms of the skills that I pursue and whatnot. And for me, I've known from a very young age that I wanted to be and do something very, very important. And I know and I understood at some point that if I wanted to walk this path, I would have to sacrifice without regret. If I wanted to walk this path, I would have to give myself no choice. I'd have to burn the boats because if there was a way back, I would have taken it a long time ago. But I put myself and backed myself into a corner. To be honest with you, I don't think that's true. Even if there was a way back, I would rather live by the sword and die by the sword. I would rather live the rest of my life being known as someone who tried their absolute best and gave it everything and failed than to for no one to know and for me to be a coward. Like I'd rather be known for having tried and failed than for no one to know that I'm a coward. For me to keep quiet, knowing well, full well in my heart of hearts that man, I could have been so much more. I could have done so much more. I could have impacted people's lives. And the way that the like to try and explain how passionate I am about that, just as a concept of how dare you be shy about your gifts, how dare you be shy about your dream, because the day that you decide that you no longer want to pursue that thing is the day that you've denied some child of their dream who's going to grow up looking up to you, is the day you've denied many people around you opportunities that you could have created by being who you're meant to be. You've robbed the world of experiencing your greatness, all because you are selfishly a coward and afraid to be judged and thought of as this, that, and the third by people who don't even think about you. Like the people you're afraid will think of you in this and that sort of way don't think about you very often. Like you don't even cross their minds. When they do see you, there's that fleeting thought and then they move on with their lives. You're the only one who's making up scenarios where people are constantly having you in their heads and thinking about you negatively. That literally doesn't exist. But how selfish of you to rob us of your gift, because it's not yours to keep. It's yours to share. It's yours to bring to us the world. God entrusted you with that gift to come deliver it to us. It is our gift, truly. And so unselfishly, or perhaps selfishly, I mean, it's that paradox, right? Where everything selfish is unselfish, everything unselfish is selfish to an extent, depending on how you approach it. But the thing that gets me up every morning is thinking of that thinking of that kid. That's literally what I say to myself. You think of that kid. And that kid is the person whose future, the person in the middle of Kenya, the person in the middle of Ghana, the person in the middle of wherever on the continent who doesn't exist yet, but will one day grow up in a world where I've at least made some sort of significant dent in creating the network that spans all the way across Africa and really deepening those trenches, really deepening those ties, and making those digital resources available, even if it's just digital, or making any other resource I can possibly make available as a result of giving and trying and failing and getting back up again. So that's what I think about when I wake up, and I just don't feel like waking up, or I just feel tired, or I'm like, man, where would I be if Alex Hormozy gave up? Where would I be if Patrick David gave up? Like, what would I know? Like, what would I have aspired to be? What would be the the events? Who would have been the people who had sparked those seeds in me, or caused me to really look twice, think twice? Patrick David once said, "On the way to a dream, sometimes you run into a bigger one." That's happened for me. It keeps happening for me multiple times. Um, I keep getting caught thinking small, um, seeing myself as less than, and then the path just reveals how much I could be if I allowed myself to be. And that's the ultimate thing that I've learned in 2026. We're 6 months in right now, and honestly, the generational run has really been that. It's really been generational. We've really been blazing a trail, and all that started to happen for me when I got out of my own way. And so my mission for the rest of this year is to stay out of my own way, and continue to let God use me, continue to let Africa use me, continue to let destiny use me as the vessel to deliver what needs to be delivered. And so I feel as if I am the vessel. I express the vessel when those days come. When, like today, for example, didn't really want to record, hence I'm not wearing my usual get up. Didn't really want to record, but again, you think about, man, and this is not just now, for example, with the recording. This is anytime that I want to get up in the morning. This is anytime I don't want to take a risk, risk whatever little I have. And that's the thing for me. It's like, bro, I have so little. Like, what is the risk really? What was that? Like, what was that lost 5 rand gonna do for you? If not be leverage that you risk now in order to have this opportunity. Like, what was that really gonna do? Like, money eventually runs out. Eventually, even if you play the safest, you are just bleeding out more slowly. Or you could take one big lunge, risk bleeding out, but you also give yourself a chance to live a little. So I think about, man, what about that child? Even when I have to take a risk, when I have to get out of bed, when I have to make a connection, make a speech, be brave, man. Like, whenever I feel that I have to be brave and I can't be brave for me, I'm brave for them, whoever they may be, wherever they are, even if I never meet them. But in those moments, you have to transcend. It has to be bigger than you. Otherwise, you won't be able to do it. You won't have it in you. You have to be fighting for something that's bigger than you at the end of the day. So again, not to keep you too long, but I think the ultimate thing that I am taking away out of the first half of this year, and that I'll be taking going forward, is to stay out of my own way, to dream without bounds, and to give unselfishly, to give for the greater good. Anyway, if you are a marketer in Port Elizabeth, I'm creating an elite network of marketers. The link is in the description down below. If you're not a marketer in Port Elizabeth and you just enjoy the content, thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. Please do hit that subscribe button. It means the absolute world to me. I have been Sage, standing on business.